And what I've just completed is known as the bracing sequence. That is the bracing sequence. In other words, it is bracing your body to live. Whether you're lifting heavy weights or you're just trying to get around without hurting yourself, without being in pain all the time. The bracing sequence is going to be core to your efforts. What you want to do is practice this anytime. You could really, you could do this, you can't do it enough. Anytime you think about it, do it. Anytime you're about to sit into a chair, just quickly go through it. Anytime you come up from a chair, go through it. Anytime you bend over to pick up 200 pounds off the floor, do it. Bend over to pick up your wallet, do it. The more often you do it, the more it's going to come naturally to the point where you're not even thinking about it anymore. And you're just going to go on throughout your life, always protecting your spine, always protecting everything that needs to be stable, that needs to move. You're just going to be much better for it. And we're going to go ahead and begin. I'm going to show you how you do it. I'm going to break it down in a few simple steps. We're going to start from the bottom. Now approach this exercise, this practice really is just movement, as you normally would stand. Hopefully you don't stand over like this, but if you do, we're going to work on that. We're going to do it through the bracing sequence. But stand how you normally would stand. We're going to start, like I said, at the bottom. We're going to drive our heels into the ground. And we're going to do that by activating our glutes. I have a lot of activation regions, you can see. Whatever you've got, squeeze it together. You want to maintain about 20 to 30% tension in your glutes. And then we're going to exhale, pardon me, inhale. And when we do, you can see my gut is nice and expanded. What we're doing is breathing using your diaphragm. One of the probably the most important muscle in your body for a living. What you're doing is using your diaphragm. You're inhaling, expanding your gut. As you exhale, you tighten it up. And what you do when you tighten it is you're engaging your transverse abdominis. You're engaging your whole core, but what you're doing is you're using this TVA, this transverse abdominis muscular system to protect your spine, and you can think of it as your weightlifter's belt, your natural safety belt that you have running through your core here. So you have an inhale, you have tension in your glutes, you have your heels driven into the ground, you have an engaged core. Now we're going to put our hips in line, our shoulders in line with our hips, and properly compress the thoracic spine, the upper portion of our back. So we're going to bring our shoulders back and down. We're going to pack the shoulders, you might hear it heard it referred to as. Packing the shoulders. Another way to do it is just bring them back and round and drop them down. Or just simply retract your shoulder blades, retract your scapula, and depress your shoulders ever so slightly. So our shoulders are packed, our glutes are activated, heels driven down to the ground. Tight core, tight transverse abdominis, shoulders in line with our ears, we just look straight ahead. So we have heels aligned with the knees, knees in line with the hips, hips in line with the shoulders, shoulders in line with the ears. I'm going to do that one more time. Heels in the ground, glutes activated. Deep inhale, tension on the exhale. Bring the shoulders back, look straight ahead. That's your bracing sequence, folks. Again, you cannot do it enough. Do it anytime you think about it. You will look like a kind of a goofball the first few times you do it in public because you have to think it through. If it makes you feel self-conscious, just look at all the people who are walking around like they need to do the bracing sequence, and you'll feel a little better about yourself. All right, thanks a lot for tuning in.